what does it mean that Israel is pulling 5 brigades out of Gaza? Well, the short answer is it's an early sign of defeat. But there is more to the story. Israel has about 17 brigades operating in the Gaza Strip. 4 still fighting in northern Gaza. Remember, this is northern Gaza that Israel has supposedly taken over in the early weeks of the war. 7 are fighting just in around Khan Yunis and the Khan Yunis area in the south, and the rest are fighting in central Gaza. None of these brigades have achieved any of their actual objectives. Even northern Gaza is still a major spot for battles, and the Palestinian resistance keep fighting everywhere from Beit Lahia to Beit Hanun to Juhr al-Dik. They took over Juhr al-Dik like within hours, yet the major battles are still happening in Juhr al-Dik within northern Gaza. So Israel is pulling nearly a third of its military force out of Gaza, and the Wala news website are saying more will be pulled out next week. What does it mean? Simple. Israel is losing the war on Gaza. Or, in a different way, the traditional style of warfare that Israel has fought in Gaza since October 7 has proven to be ineffectual, in fact disastrous on the Israeli army. A single hospital in Israel declared that they have received 3,500 Israeli soldiers since October 7. Just one hospital. Imagine all the hospitals from Tel Aviv to Beersheba, Beersheba, Jerusalem, and elsewhere. Israel is losing the war and is losing badly. Netanyahu keeps talking about a war that's going to extend for several more months, years if needed. But with you and what army? If a third of your forces are being pulled out as we speak, and more will be added to it next week, what is the army that is going to guarantee you victory in Gaza when your Golani, your Givati, your best and most chosen of all forces have been destroyed in Shija'iyya, in Jabalia, in Khan Yunis, and in Bureij? We hear these things like Bureij. You know what Bureij is? I lived near Bureij. I lived in a refugee camp called Nusayrat until I was in my early 20s. Bureij was next door to Nusayrat. And Bureij, when it was first established, it was half a square kilometer. Now it's nearly 2 square kilometers. They couldn't even take over the Bureij refugee camp with several brigades fighting all at the same time, and with an incredible firepower coming from everywhere, from land, from sea, and from air. So clearly Israel is losing this war, and they are going to try to find new ways to explain why they are making the military decisions that they are making right now. Well, this is phase 3 now, you see, because phase 1 and 2 have already been achieved. Nothing has been achieved. Some Israeli media is even talking about phase 4, which is administering Gaza under the auspices of the Israeli military. But what military if you are pulling out? Israel is lying to its people, it's lying to the world, and more importantly, the Israeli government is lying to itself. Israel has lost the war in Gaza. The rest is just noise.